Hello, folks. How are you today? Today I'm smoking my Peterson Meerschaum, and in it I am smoking Captain Black White Label. It's an okay smoke, not bad. I've used Captain Black for years, even though I smoke some of the more expensive brands, some of the most expensive brands actually. But the Captain Black White Label I've enjoyed over the years, even though some people kind of scoff at it. Well, it's a dime store tobacco. But no, they've been very successful. They weren't good, people wouldn't have smoked them for years and years. In fact, just before I started the YouTube experience, I was uh, going through a big can of the purple label, or dark blue, whatever you want to call it, Captain Black. Now, this is sort of a mystery uh, Meerschaum, and I'll tell you why. A seller some time ago, like 6.5 years or 7 years ago, on eBay, I listed it as a Peterson Meerschaum. And there is no paperwork to back this up, and the only thing I found interesting, which I have a factory pipe chart of Peterson shapes, which is kind of rare to begin with, but there are certain numbers in there that skip, and I'm guessing they might be pipes with an unusual design. Now, this one is a lady figurehead. Uh, she has the standard equipment, and the bowl is huge. It's one of the largest bowls of any pipe I have, except my gigantic trade pipe, which I might show one day. I got a good smoke going. So I don't know. It might be a Peterson. It might not. We probably will never know unless I talk to a worker from the Peterson factory in Dublin. Kind of turning it down a little bit today with the music. Don't want any flack from the YouTube police, and I'm what would they call it? In all categories, I have the green light. I have no strikes, but I don't want to chance it. So not every video is going to have music, and if it is, might be there's some playing out, but you can't even pick up what it really is. Uh, it's a mix. It's a mix, and so anyway, back to the pipe and tobacco. Uh, I've smoked this very infrequently. Now, I bought it, it was an estate pipe. It's been smoked before. So, it'll remain a mystery in all likelihood. I was scoping out some videos, and the other day, you probably ran across it, you hardcore fans of uh, uh, the uh, the pipe collectors and smokers. Uh, the Padre pipe smoker, I think. His name something like that. He had my hat on. Or I had his hat. I have his hat on, maybe. The exact same thing. See, the difference between this and one I had before, which could be considered a little more standard, is the weave that's real tight, and that's your typical 20s hat. Uh, Now this kind, the weave isn't as tight, and like the top is kind of almost, well, the height of the hat is taller, and the top uh, could be considerably very, very nano domed, if as it were. And so this hat ran about $70, and the Pipe Padre has the exact same guy on it, with the exact same model and make. Has to be. Check it out. So, for whatever that's worth. So this is filmed on the 3rd, and of course I'm getting in the mood for the 4th is tomorrow, of course, and so I thought I'd wear the hat today. I'm enjoying this Captain Black. I haven't smoked it in a long time. My friend Kevin Green, aka Louisiana Pipe Guy 65, I think, was smoking it a couple videos ago. I forget what label he was smoking it. It's a very familiar taste, has casing in it and so forth, but very nice. Very nice. As a matter of fact, the people that make this tobacco, Lane Limited, I had a gorgeous Dunhill Canadian for the 75th anniversary of Lane tobaccos that I put out on consignment. I still regret that. Um, yeah, I do. It was a red root. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous Canadian. And I bought it, smoked it for a little while, and finally ended up selling it. I don't know what was going on that time. Very nice, very nice. Only had to light it once. Twice, actually. It's another hot and humid day here in south and eastern Pennsylvania. Even the national news had on it a while back that the last couple of weeks has been nothing but rain. It's like a tropical system that's been hanging around here for a couple of weeks actually. Thunderstorms almost every day, and strangely enough, it's always about the same time, around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been raining. Of course, the grass is very lush in all the lawns around here, and the basement gets slightly wet, and we have a pump down there if it gets too drastic. I have my fan going, my little fan, and so if I want to kick the embers up a little bit, all I have to do is stick that in front of there, and it's a way to keep it lit. But this is staying lit regardless of that. So hope you're all doing well. Thanks to my new subscribers. I know I get redundant, but picked up a couple last night. And I will get around to a subscriber contest, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a while, and then either a 3 or a 500. I'm not going to wait to have a contest anything after 500, I think, but the goodies will be good, and stay tuned for that sometime down the road. But as a matter of fact, I was even thinking of taking up cigars again after like 30 years. And I was checking to see what's out there. And if any of you have suggestions, let me know of a nice, moderately priced cigar, one that's not going to break the bank. I looked up the most expensive cigar in the world, and I think for one cigar, it had some story to it. It was like $750 for one, I think. And I found a very good article, interesting article about some cigars that were in the were 600 years old, discovered in the Mayan culture, whatever, down there somewhere. And they were legitimate 600 years old, and they were good. They were still good for some reason. One more item, the K Woody, the Shank logo K Woody, that I was pleased with. There is one point I failed to mention. It's actually a sitter too. It's a billiard shape, a medium billiard, but it has a narrow thing on the bottom that's flat, and it's a sitter. I still can't believe what a good deal I had, and I'm thrilled with. But we're coming down to a few seconds before the end, so happy smoking.